It's easier than you think. All you need is a thread, a zipper, 2 yards of thick crepe, any color of your choice, and me, of course, as your guide. I bought 2.5 yards of crepe, but I only made use of 2 yards, so I have this half yard left. A yard of thick crepe here is 2,005. Now times 2 is 5,000 naira. Depending on your body size, you will need 2 to 3 yards. 3 yards, that's if you are voluminous. You know what I'm talking about. You guys remember this project I said I was embarking on in my last video? It's coming together now, and hopefully by next week I would have uploaded the video. You don't want to miss it or any of my tutorials. So hit that subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button, just keep hitting any button. So let's get started. I've already cut this front part according to my desired width and length. This is how I got them. The width is your hip circumference divided by 2. The length is my desired trouser length minus 1.5 band allowance plus 2 inches folding allowance at the bottom and adding half of an inch at the top to join the band with the trousers. My tape is placed on the starting line, giving allowance for my band, that's 1.5, and from there I will measure my hip length, which is 9 inches, and my crotch length, which is 12 inches. I will take the tape to the other side and I'll measure the same thing so I can have a straight line to rule. On your crotch extension line, first go in by 1 inch or half inch for your allowance, and from that point you go in again by your crotch extension, which mine was 2.5. Given that the measurement I have for my crotch extension is now 3 inches, I'll take that and place it on my waistline. I'll take my ruler and rule a straight line. That is now going to be my crotch line. With your ruler or your free hand, you connect a curve from the crotch extension line to the hip line like this. That part makes up the center front of your trousers. For the side front, you are going to go in on the waistline by 1 inch. This is to give the hip some shape. You are going to connect that point with your curve or your free hand into the crotch extension line like this. I want this pant to have side inseam pockets, so I will go down on the starting line by 1 inch and I'll go down again by my pocket opening, which mine was 6.5. At the center front, I'm going to go out by 1 inch, which is the allowance I gave to sew my crotch area. I'll trim off excess fabrics at the side front and the center front. To know the allowance we'll be giving for the kissing pleating in front, first you go in on your center front by your nipple to nipple measurements divided by 2, which mine is 3.5. Second, you take your tape to the side front to measure your sewing allowance. The sewing allowance I gave is 1 inch. Thirdly, whatever your waist measurement divided by 4 is, you subtract your nipple to nipple measurement. For mine, I've already subtracted my 3.5. What is left, you place it on your side front forward. For me, 3 inches is what is left. 3 inches is what I placed there. What you have in between those marks is what you are going to use to pleat it. For me, I had about 5 inches. So I'm going to mark the midpoint of that 5 inches, which is 2.5. I'll extend my lines downwards with my ruler. To give it shape and fitting at the center front, I'm going to go down by half of an inch. Now, most people, they do go down by 1 inch. But I prefer to go down by half of an inch. This is because I want it to be moderately done. I don't want it to be too much. Then I'll connect it with my ruler into the side front. After connecting, I'll also make sure I add back my half-inch stitch allowance to the top as well. That is because I took the half-inch measurement downwards from the waistline, but if I had taken it from the allowance line, there will be no need to add back extra allowance again. So I'm notching the points that I'm going to pleat and also notching my pocket opening. We are actually done with the front part. It's actually a very simple trouser to make anyways. The width of the back fabric is going to be your hip measurement divided by 2 plus 4 inches. It's just like adding 4 inches to what we already had in the front part. For me, my hip measurement divided by 2 is 18 plus 4 will give me 22. The length is your normal length plus an extra 1 inch. That is the entire length for the front part. You add an extra 1 inch to it. I'll extend my crotch line into the back fabric. At the top on the center front, I will go inwards by 1 inch. From my crotch extension line to that point at the top, I'm going to connect them together this way. We went in on the center front by 1 inch, right? That means our waist has reduced by 1 inch. Now on the side front, we are going to go out by that same 1 inch. That is, we are replacing the 1 inch we took on the center front. Then you will blend it into the legs like this, a smooth blend. I didn't mention this earlier, but my crotch extension for the back is 3 inches. On the knee and the bottom, I'm going to be adding 1.5 inch. That's what I'm adding right now. And I'm going to connect with my ruler into the back crotch extension like this. I'll be adding a zipper to the back part of this pants, so I will be adding 1/2 inch to it. Then I will blend it into the crotch curve for the back. I'm going to align the front part of my trouser to the back. This is because I want to transfer the pleat allowance in front to the back. We are done cutting the front and the back. It's time for us to go sew. I saw this comment on one of my tutorials. She reached out and I was able to help her out. She made me see the loopholes of most tutorials. They fail to acknowledge the beginner in the room. What if fashion designing for beginners is actually easy? So I've created a free community for just 100 persons. This is a space that sharpens your skill, provide collective help, break down complex designs, share ideas, and grow together. I don't want you to miss out on this. So click on the link in the description box or comment link and I'll send it to you. Now, I know some of you want to really master your craft. I'm carefully putting together a complete beginner master course where I'll personally guide you through the learning process. This course contains tutorials on how to cut and sew, how to sketch your own designs, how to properly price for profit, and a bonus tutorial on how to edit and film your videos to get paying clients. By joining the free group today, you also get on the waitlist for the course. Like I said, I am only taking 100% so I can give my 100% focus to them. So click on the link in the description box or comment link and I'll send it to you. For the 4 piece of the trousers, this is how the pleating is going to be done. Obviously, this is the back of the dress, so we are going to turn to the front of the dress. That's the right side. The first and last knot, you are going to clasp them together like this. You take it over to the sewing machine and you sew like 1/2 inch. You know, this type of trousers differs depending on what you want. Like this picture of the screen now, the stitching went all the way to a reasonable extent, maybe like 4 to 5 inches. But I want mine, I don't want that for mine, so I'm just going to sew like 1/2 inch. But it all depends entirely on what you want to. This is how it looks like when I was done stitching down with 1/2 inch, but we are not done yet. On the notched point at the middle, you are going to clasp it to meet the 1/2 inch you sew and pin it down on one side and also on the other side. Run a straight stitch across and you will repeat this process for the remaining pieces. When you are done with the pleats, each part should give you your hip round circumference measurements divided by 4 plus your allowances. It's time for me to sew my inseam pocket, and this is how I do it. Different people have different ways they do theirs. On the sides, I'm going to go in by my sewing allowance, which mine was 1 inch. I'll place my tape on the waistline and give 1.5 inch, and from that point, I'll go down again by my pocket opening, which is 6.5. I'll place both sides of the front and back together, right side facing each other. I'll pin them down to hold my pieces in place. I'll start my sewing from the waistline. I will stop at the start of the pocket opening. I will leave my pocket opening open. I'll start sewing again from the end of my pocket opening. This is what I was talking about. This is my fabric after I was sewing. You can see that the pocket opening, I didn't sew it close. I left it open. For the inseam pocket, I've already uploaded a short form video on how to draft this reusable pattern that you can use over and over again. So just go check it out, and so we won't waste so much time on this video. This is how you sew your inseam pockets to your trousers. Open up your pocket opening and place the inseam pockets like this. Make it right side facing each other. When placing your inseam pockets on your pocket opening, you go up from the pocket opening by ½ inch and downwards by ½ inch. This allowance, you are supposed to add them when drafting your inseam pockets, but after watching the uploaded short video, you will understand it better. Arrange your inseam pockets very well before taking it to the sewing machine to sew. So when you are sewing it, you are going to sew it with the allowance that you gave for stitching on the trousers. You know, I gave 1 inch stitching allowance, so I'm going to also sew it with the 1 inch allowance too. Do exactly the same thing for the second piece of the inseam pocket and you will come up with this. So what you are going to do next is that you are going to start from that 1.5 inches point. You will sew round it like this and you will stop at the end of the pocket opening. I've cut my band to be 4 inches long and 30 inches wide. The wideness of the band is gotten by measuring the waist round circumference of your trousers after joining the sides. So when I fold my band into 2, it's going to give me 2 inches, 1.5 for my band length and the other half each for joining allowance. So the technique I use for joining this band is folding them together wrong side facing each other and sewing the end close. This is how I place the band on my trouser. I just placed it right side facing each other like this and I proceeded to sew. Now you note that I didn't show when I joined the crouch curves of the front and the crouch at the back. You know you are supposed to join it, so there's no need for me showing it. I am done sewing the band on my trouser and we are like 70% done. If you have excesses of the band protruding, go ahead and trim it off. The length of my zipper is going to be 7.5 inches long. I started my measurement from the band. I ironed cloth stay on the zipper allowance area so that the zip will not be bulging. I measured 7.5 inches downwards and I measured inwards 1.5 inch. From the 7.5 inches zipper length, you sew all the way to the end of the back crouch curve. Join both sides. Fold the bottom of your trouser and voila, you end up with this. If you found this tutorial helpful or you like the tutorial, just like the video and subscribe to my channel for more beautiful fashion tutorials.